listen, the folks out there who are Chiefs fatigued, and there's a lot of you out there, I know. For those of you out there who have been waiting for the Chiefs to finally stumble and not get up, well, guess what? The first alert, Kansas City Chiefs have arrived. They have fallen, and I don't know if they're going to be able to get up. Because at this point in time, we will have a new AFC West winner for the first time in 10 years.
Man.
That we know for sure. We are assured of that when the Kansas City Chiefs lost last night and the Denver Broncos earlier in the day took care of business for their 10th win in a row. That now gives them a lead over the Kansas City Chiefs. Too large for the Kansas City Chiefs to overcome with their 4 remaining final games. They cannot get to 11 wins. The Broncos have 11 wins. That is all she wrote on that front. And the question is, can the Kansas City Chiefs make the playoffs at all? And I don't know if they're going to be able to. Chiefs fatiguers out there, it's your special day. That day has arrived because everything has gone wrong for the Kansas City Chiefs that could go wrong this year. Every single break that they used to get, everybody thinking, well, you know what, the refs are in the bag for them, the football gods are in the bag for them, as if they weren't talented enough on their own to do what they were doing. Every single thing seems to be going against them right now, and many of it self-inflicted. The Houston Texans deserve a lot of credit for what we saw on Sunday night to bring all of this about. That Houston Texans defense is as good as anybody else's. And we see some pretty darn good ones. The aforementioned Denver Broncos, the Kansas City Chiefs, saw both of those defenses already this year and lost both of them. The Green Bay Packers have a pretty darn good defense. The Seattle Seahawks are just boat racing a bunch of people on that side of the ball. The Rams have got a terrific defense. I could go on and on. The Chiefs' defense has let them down at times where the Chiefs' defense needed to pick them up. And the Chiefs' offense has let the Chiefs' defense down at times when the defense needed to be picked up. Honestly, nothing's working. And I'm just wondering if the Chiefs could wave a wand and go back to Brazil. Week 1, I was sitting in that booth in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Here's Kurt Warner to my right, without the puffy jacket.
Belly full of cheese bread?
And we were, oh boy, can confirm.
Oh boy.
Third snap of that game, Xavier Worthy goes one way, Travis Kelce goes the other way, and they met right in the middle of the field. Worthy knocked out of the game, knocked out of action for a couple weeks, and that was the beginning of a nightmarish season that just feels cursed. That's how the game began. The game ended with the Chargers needing just one more first down and the Chiefs defense getting the Chargers to a third down on offense, needing to just get off the field. Chris Jones takes the wrong path to Justin Herbert, who runs around the end that Chris Jones was supposed to occupy, slides for the first down. Drew Tranquill goes in Chris Jones's face. They start barking at each other, and the Chiefs lose. Next week, they go home to Arrowhead, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. This game was a struggle, as it should be, against the defending Super Bowl champs in a rematch right off the bat in their home opener in Arrowhead. Chiefs are down by 3, but inside the 10-yard line, 6-yard line to be exact. Second and goal from there. Fourth quarter, Mahomes sees Kelce, doesn't put it right on him. Ball pops up in the air. Interception taken essentially to midfield from there. No points, and the Eagles go down the field and score. Make it a 2-score game, and that was all she wrote. The Chiefs are 0-2. You could take a look at every single one of their losses this year. Jacksonville Want to talk about a red zone interception as well? Marching right down in. Mahomes flips the ball. There's Kelsey. There's Juju Smith-Schuster, but Devin Lloyd snatches it out of the air and recreates essentially a James Harrison moment. Pick six. Flips that game. And just the breaks that normally go their way. Like, say, a team decides to go for it because they need that touchdown. They're basically out of timeouts. The quarterback and Trevor Lawrence slips and falls. Normally, that's a break the Kansas City Chiefs get and win the game. Mm-hmm. He gets up and runs it in the end zone. And Chris Jones is caught on all 22 standing there. Future Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. Talking about how breaks sometimes don't go your way, and then basically had to come out later on that week and say, my bad, everybody saw what they saw. That happened to the Chiefs. They lose to Jacksonville on a Monday night. Just when they thought they could get above 500, but no, they're now 2-3 and then go on a nice little win streak that comes to an end in Buffalo. What happened there in week 9? Well, Mahomes on 3rd and 10. Joey Bosa comes in the fourth quarter of a 28-21 game because sometimes the offensive line has not been able to protect Mahomes. Forces Mahomes to put it up in the air, throws it into double coverage, interception. Massive turnover. They lose that one. 28-21. Next week in Denver. They're actually up in Denver. They could basically say, nice win streak you've had here, Broncos, but this is our division. We're in your house. We're up on you in the fourth quarter and stop you and get the ball back up by 3, but 2 straight 3-and-outs. Denver does what it's done all fourth quarter season long. Come back and win in a 1-score game. And at that point in time, the Chiefs, who had been undefeated in 1-score games the previous season, part of the reason why they went to the Super Bowl, fall to 0-5 in them. They pull one out of their orifice at home, down 20-9 against the Indianapolis Colts, need overtime the next week in Arrowhead. They're back. They're back going into Dallas on a Thanksgiving. We all know what happened there. A game that is a 1-score game, 28-21. Mahomes is driving down the field, 3rd and 8. There's Rashee Rice, wide open over the middle. Hits him right in the hands, and he drops it. Dallas gets the ball back, marches down the field, makes it a 2-score game. Almost pulled it out when Mahomes escaped a sack twice, kept his balance, and found a wide open Xavier Worthy down the field. I think it's going to happen again until it didn't. Too many mistakes there. Then last night, we saw 3 interceptions by Patrick Mahomes and no touchdowns. 3 of them. Last time that happened, where a Kansas City Chiefs quarterback had no passing touchdowns and 3 interceptions in the same game. Tyler Palko, everybody, has entered to chat.
Ooh.
Week 12, 2011. That's how long it's been. And the Texans defense came in and hit him in the mouth. That Jalen Petrie tipped one in the air and then recircled back to grab it. He was flying his body all over the place. And so when Mahomes is just a hair off and the defense is laying the wood, you're going to see drops. Or you're going to see a moment where Andy Reid starts to get impatient and says, I'll make the mistake this time. I'll go for it on 4th and 1 from my own 31 with 11 minutes to go, and my defense is looking like the Texans' defense. I'll go for it. Doesn't work. Mahomes is hectored, tries to flip it to Rice, doesn't connect. A gift to an offense that had not been doing a lick. Short field, touchdown. Then another moment. Going for it, this time on 4th down with 5 minutes to go. This one was a little bit more understandable from their own 41. This one, Ray Rice just had it in his hands. I don't know what happened to him over the last couple of weeks.
Oof, man.
Rashee Rice, pardon me.
Dropsies.
And then one last moment, similar to the Week 2 loss to Philadelphia, ball not right on Kelsey, up in the air interception. And that's all she wrote. Too many mistakes from all the folks that know what it takes to win in this game is such a slim margin. And they're now under 500 through 13 games for the first time since the 2012 season when they were 2-14. I don't know what's going on. I'm shocked as just anybody else. And I know all you Chiefs fatiguers are loving seeing people like me pound the table saying, I will have to see it to believe it. And, you know, and you heard Collinsworth last night. All the people who think that Collinsworth has been
it's been a lot. It's been a bit much.
I'll say tonsil tickling, to use the phrase of the day. You know, that they were just loving that. Coop is one of them. I don't know why it's because his older brother loves Taylor Swift, even though she appears 2 seconds, and I love her too, and so does her sister, and so does his mother. I don't know, Coop the Patriot fan. He's sitting there at home. He's like you. He's texting you, having a party.
Coop's my boy.
I don't know why I'm raising a Chiefs hater. It's not from Dad. But I know all you folks out there are loving watching people like me going, I don't have answers.
It's Uncle Brock.
Oh, they don't have answers either. I think I see Mahomes keyed up. Hit it.
Yeah, I mean, you're just getting late in the season. You're not going to get these opportunities back. And that's a good football team, but we had chances and we didn't execute at the right time to win it. We know the chances are getting lower and lower, but I know the guys on this team are going to give everything they have every opportunity we get.
The next-gen stats machines gives them a 16% chance.
That seems high.
Well, I mean, you have to win out, so they have to remove all these mistakes I just keep on saying that crops up. I did say last week, I identified the Colts as the team because they've already beaten them. That's the team that finishes second in the AFC South and is in a wild card position, and the Chiefs can pop out of their back pocket that tie break that they have because they beat the Colts. The problem is the Colts are now no longer a wild card team, and I don't even know how they're going to finish with Daniel Jones now out. And the Texans are now sitting there in that 7th spot, and they're 2.5 games behind them. I don't know, man. There's a mosh pit of teams at 6 and 7 right now. That's 2 behind a Colts team that's not even a wild card team right now. That's how bleak it is. And the division's gone. So, congratulations, Chiefs fatiguers. You're getting what you want.
I don't like the way you put that.
It's the truth. What's wrong?
This type of season and regression was easy to see coming.
I don't know how that's the case.
Based on last year, they literally got every bounce and break, ref stuff, whatever, that you could possibly get.
Right.
11-0, whatever the number was in one-score games. That just wasn't going to maintain. That's not sustainable. And the way the roster is constructed, it's just not a good roster. They're old, they're slow, they're not
old and slow. I'll push back on that.
There's zero explosivity in this offense. Your best runner is the quarterback. And Andy Reid, I think we need to have an honest conversation. He's lost a little bit on the fastball. That was a major, major blunder last night, especially the way his defense was playing.
Well, let's have him give the reasoning behind it. Hit it.
I thought we could get it. That was the decision. I was confident we could do that. So it's important that you take advantage of opportunities. I thought it was an opportunity. I was wrong, no. I mean, hindsight, it was wrong. We've been pretty good on 4th downs. So, I messed that one up.
I mean,
and why
that's as honest as you can get.
And why wouldn't he think that, right? That's earned arrogance of the way they've played in these situations in the last 8 seasons.
Again, I was talking to the team with Kurt before week 1. They were all like, Xavier Worthy is going to have a much bigger role in this offense. 3 snaps in, he's gone. He's not only just gone for the game, he's gone for the month. Rashee Rice gets suspended. He's gone. Again, I'm wondering if they go back in the DeLorean, do they go and grab Breece Hall from the Jets for a 3? How does that change things?
I bet they wish they would have done that.
Or do they go back in the DeLorean and they go back and find whatever they did to step on a rake and then have the entire season just feel cursed? They go back there and they just have Worthy and Kelsey run routes of a different depth. It just started a whole season. Now, I understand you're saying, hey, you can't get the breaks and yada, 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 but they still had the roster. And they also believe they had the left tackle, who's now gone, who also was gone for a couple of weeks due to personal reasons as well. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that I believe if anybody feels that the window is completely closed, I would pump the brakes on that a little bit.
They need kind of an overhaul.
Well, they have the general manager who the last time he saw something so glaring in a Super Bowl loss, they hit it. And then they went on a run. For the ages, I might add. That does appear to be over, certainly on the front of the AFC West, and maybe just for the playoffs at all. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.